गीत सुहाने गाती,
दूर हिमालय से तू आई, गीत सुहाने गाती।
बसते बसते जंगल जंगल सुख संदेश सुनाती, तेरी चांदी जैसी धारा मीलों तक लहराए। गंगा तेरा पानी अमृत जर जर बहता जाए। युग युग से इस देश की धरती तुझसे जीवन पाए। गंगा
तेरा पानी अमृत,
कितने सूरज उभरे डूबे गंगा तेरे द्वारे,
कितने सूरज उभरे डूबे गंगा तेरे द्वारे।
युगों युगों की कथा सुनाए तेरे बहते धारे, तुझको छोड़ के भारत का
इतिहास
लिखाना जाए। गंगा
तेरा पानी
बहता जाए। युग युग से इस देश की धरती तुझसे जीवन पाए। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम सर्वं वै पूर्णगं स्वाहा, ओम सर्वं वै पूर्णगं स्वाहा, ओम सर्वं वै पूर्णगं स्वाहा। ओम वसोः पवित्रमसि शतधारम्, वसोः पवित्रमसि सहस्रधारम्, देवस्त्वा सविता पुनातु वसोः पवित्रेण शतधारेण सुप्त्वा कामदुक्षः स्वाहा। ओम त्र्यंबकाय जामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम्, उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षे यमामृतात् विसर्जनम्। गच्छ गच्छ सुरश्रेष्ठ स्वस्थाने परमेश्वर, यत्र ब्रह्मादयो देवाः तत्र गच्छ हुतासना। यान्तु देवगणाः सर्वे पूजामादाय मामके, इष्टकाम समृद्ध्यर्थो पुनरागमनाय च, पुनरागमनाय च, पुनरागमनाय च। बोलिए श्री यज्ञ नारायण भगवान की जय। ओम तत्सत् श्री ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु।
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो राधा रमण हरि
गोविंद बोलो
हरि बोल
हरि बोल
हरि बोल
हरि
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 बोल
हरि
हरि बोल
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि
हरि
बोल
बोल हरि बोल
हरि हरि बोल
हरि बोल
हरि हरि बोल
हरि बोल
हरि बोल
हरि
सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई
सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई
सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई
सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई
हरे रामा
रामा
हरे रामा
रामा
रामा रामा
रामा
हरे हरे ओ
हरे रामा हरे रामा 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 हरे हरे
ओ हरे कृष्णा
कृष्णा
हरे कृष्णा
कृष्णा
कृष्णा कृष्णा
कृष्णा
हरे हरे ओ
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे
ओ हरे रामा
रामा
हरे रामा
रामा
रामा रामा
रामा
हरे हरे ओ
हरे रामा 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 हरे हरे
ओ हरे कृष्णा Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, oh,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
oh, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare, oh,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, oh,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
oh, Jai Ma Gange, Jai Ma Gange,
Gange,
Jai Ma Gange,
Gange,
Jai Ma Gange, oh,
Jai Ma Gange, Jai Ma Gange, Jai Ma Gange, Jai Ma Gange,
oh, Jai Ma Gange,
Gange,
Jai Ma Gange,
Gange,
Jai Ma Gange,
Gange,
Jai Ma Gange, oh,
Jai Ma Gange, Jai Ma Gange, Jai Ma Gange, Jai Ma Gange,
oh, Har Har Gange, Har Har Gange, Har Har Gange,
Gange,
Har Har Gange, oh,
Har Har Gange, Har Har Gange, Har Har Gange, oh Har Har Gange,
Gange Ma,
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 Gange Ma, Gange Ma, Gange Ma, Gange Ma,
He Ma, He Ma, He Ma, He Ma, He Ma, He Ma, He Ma, He Ma, He बोले सर्वेश्वर भगवान
की जय,
गंगा मैया
की जय,
भारत माता
की जय,
धरती माता
की जय,
हर
हर
Param Pujya Swamiji, our most honorable minister of AYUSH, Honorable Shri Sarbananda Sonowal ji, all of our beautiful yogacharyas, distinguished and eminent guests, luminaries, leaders, हमारे देश और विदेश से आए हुए Parmarth Parivar, all of our International Yoga Festival family. It's such a beautiful blessing and a beautiful honor to welcome you all to the holy banks of Mother Ganga, to the lap of the sacred Himalayas, to Parmarth Niketan for this divine yagna and aarti ceremony. आज हमारे सौभाग्य है कि हमारे बीच में भारत सरकार से अपने most honorable Shri Sarbananda Sonowal जी, हम उनके लिए बड़ी प्रेम से थालियां बजाएं उनकी स्वागत में. कोई ऐसा देश नहीं है मेरे जानकारी में जहां एक मिनिस्ट्री है योग के लिए, आयुर्वेद के लिए. In most countries of the world, yoga is a sport, a pastime, an activity, a healing modality. A ministry dedicated to it? A whole central government ministry dedicated to yoga and Ayurveda and the other traditional healing modalities? Only India. And he's the one leading that ministry. Leading in many ways, you can say then, the world. And what does it mean to bring yoga into the world? Yoga is the answer to whatever the question may be. We are suffering so much around the world. We've achieved everything, earned everything, acquired everything, whether in the fields of science or technology or commerce or finance. It doesn't matter what field you look at. We've accomplished it all. We've attained it all. And yet rates of antidepressant medication, anti-anxiety medication, sleeping pills, divorce, conflict, violence, war, environmental destruction. These things are rising every day. As we get more and more educated, as we get more and more developed, you would think that environmental destruction would decrease. Our misery would decrease, our conflict would decrease. But it's actually gone in the opposite direction. Every year, more and more people are suffering. Depression, anxiety, frustration, addiction. Families are being torn apart. Wherever you look in the world, there's conflict in our communities on the basis of race, religion, color, political party. It doesn't matter what border we use. We're getting more and more separated, more and more conflict. Countries to countries, nations to nations, regions to regions, more and more conflict. The rising sea waters, the melting glaciers, the disappearing rivers, the polluted air. That's what violence looks like when wrought upon Mother Earth. And it's growing every day. Every one of these things from personal depression to climate change to terrorism, all of these have one thing in common: a myth of separation. When I feel separate from my true self, from the divine, from the world around me, from people of other races, religions, colors, size, shapes, when I feel separate, I suffer. And when we feel separate, we bring suffering to each other. And when we feel separate from the earth, we use and abuse and harm the earth. Yoga is union. It's the antidote to separation. It is therefore the solution to whatever it is that ails us. And it's such an honor to share with our honorable minister that here at the International Yoga Festival every year at Parmarth Niketan, as it grows every year, we're committed to offering people who come, and this year we have people from almost 90 nations, about 1,500 people. And our commitment is to offer people the environment in which they can find the healing, the touch, the transformation to that which ails them, so they can stop suffering and so they can stop bringing suffering to the world. The sage Patanjali gave us Ashtanga Yoga, the 8 limbs of yoga. We won't go into it here, there's no time, but what we know is it begins, uski foundation, uski mool, is yam and niyam. How we move through the world with non-violence, ahimsa, with truthfulness, satya. And we move all the way, abhi samay ki maryada ki wajah se we won't go through all of it, but we move through all of the different levels until we get to samadhi, that ultimate union. And our commitment here at Parmarth Niketan is to provide classes and programs and experiences of all of the first 7 limbs, knowing that that 8th limb of samadhi happens by the grace of Mother Ganga, by the grace of the energy of the sages and the saints and the rishis of this land, by the grace of that sacred prana in this area. So people here during the week have classes not only in excellence, in so many different streams of asana or pranayama. They're learning meditation, they're learning philosophy, and they're learning how to live in yoga, within themselves and in the world, and how to bring yoga to the world. And lastly, in just a few days, we will be celebrating the 100th day before International Day of Yoga. It was this vision, this divine vision of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, who just after coming into office as Prime Minister in 2014 walked into the United Nations with a vision that yoga is for the world. Yoga sabke liye hai. Usme koi bhed bhav nahi hai. Sabke liye hai. And in a historically unanimous and speedy ratification, the day with the most light of the year, June 21st, the summer solstice, was declared International Day of Yoga. And since then, since 2015, in every city, in every country around the world, people are celebrating yoga as light, light as yoga. And I mention this specifically now because the 13th March is the 100th day before June 21st. So we will be having a very special event here on that day. We'll tell you more about it as it gets closer. But today, just a few days prior to that, with our Honorable Minister, we are celebrating the pre-curtain raiser, the pre-100th day celebration, honoring International Day of Yoga and honoring that wisdom, that truth of these sacred Himalayas that is applicable, accessible, beneficial, transformational for all. So deep gratitude to our Honorable Minister for carrying that wisdom into the world. Fir se hum unke liye dil se prem se taliyan bajai. Let's give him a very big round of applause. And it's a beautiful blessing to ask His Holiness Pujya Swami Chidanand Saraswati Ji Maharaj to share with us his vision and blessings at this beautiful occasion.
Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Garuda Dhwaja Mangalam Pundari Kaksho Mangalayatano Harihi. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotir Nrityavali amritam gamaya. It is so wonderful to have our Honorable Minister who is committed to this divine, beautiful culture of yoga. I remember a few years back when he was the Premier of the state, the Chief Minister of Assam, we had a beautiful ceremony with the UNICEF and Global Interfaith Wash Alliance and Parmarth Niketan and the entire state. Called 10,000, I think more than 10,000 village chiefs to take a pledge how they can work for water, sanitation, and hygiene. And this is very important. This only can happen when you have a compassionate heart, where you are not thinking about yourself only. Water belongs to all. Sanitation and hygienes are needed. And I could see the way he moved all those more than 10,000 people. I could see the yogi heart and yogic heart in him. And this was the result. Yeah, clap, yes, sure. Wonderful. And I think this was the result. The outcome was, then he was called to the center and became a cabinet minister of India. And guess, he was given the AYUSH ministry, the ministry of AYUSH. The first ministry of AYUSH in the world, as Sadhviji explained. And very compassionate heart then started giving a new direction, a new vision to the world of yoga. And when last, maybe 2 weeks ago, we met him in his ministry. And when we were talking to him, I noticed, and I want to share with you. We were talking many aspects of yoga, but all the time, rather than being a minister, he looked to me as a motivator of spirituality. All the time he was talking about the scriptures, the beautiful stories, the essence of the stories, and how these are related to our life. I think that's what yoga does to you. That's what yoga does to you. Yoga is the answer, yoga is the way. Second, because we are celebrating here International Yoga Festival. To me, International Yoga Festival is the festival of oneness, of togetherness, of allness, inclusiveness, and that's what is needed today. Any mantra is needed today on this earth. It's a mantra of oneness and inclusiveness. Then there will be no war. There will be no separations. There will be no chaos in the world. Even in those chaotic situations, everybody is looking for the peace. And the yoga is the way. Sadhviji just mentioned, it's very troubling. After having everything, earned everything, achieved everything, people are so depressed, tensed. Especially the young people. I have seen very recent, several informations came to me that young people are getting cardiac arrest, heart attacks. It's so sad. Young children, you ask, how are you? Oh, I'm so stressed. Oh, 11 years old, I'm so stressed up. Just imagine. That's why our Honorable Prime Minister, because he also came to become a yogi. He came to the Himalayas, right here, in this Uttarakhand. But rather than being yogi here in this mountain. He was sent back from the rishis of saints of Himalayas, the spirit of Himalayas, to become a yogi prime minister. And that's why he brought yoga. He understood the power of yoga. अब मुझे बड़ी प्रसन्नता है, यहाँ की हवा में योग है, घर घर में योग है, कण कण में योग है, हर घर में योग और हर घाट पे योग. इसलिए मुझे लगता है कि भारत एक बहुत बड़ी भूमिका निभा सकता है. और वो भूमिका है, चाहे वो डिप्रेशन हो, चाहे वो किसी भी तरह की समस्या हो, स्ट्रेस हो. I have seen people when they are sitting in the bank, on the banks of Ganga, 4:30 in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, in meditation. Just look around their faces, so much peace, so much light. And meditation is the way. Meditation is the best medication for all agitations and all types of depressions and stress. इसलिए मुझे बड़ी प्रसन्नता है. Ministry of AYUSH made a decision how to bring yoga to every home and to every heart. No barriers and no boundaries of caste, color, region, religions, because we all are one family, one earth, one family, one future. That is our destiny. And the yoga can bring people together. I have seen when we were in the UN, in the United Nations, there also, मैंने देखा था वहाँ पर किस तरह से इतने ज़्यादा लोग योग किया उस दिन उन्होंने योगा डे के ऊपर. उसकी बात मैं कल या परसों बताऊंगा उसका क्या असर पड़ा. लेकिन अभी क्योंकि समय की मर्यादा है, मैं चाहूँगा कि आरती से पूर्व हमारे ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर श्री सर्बानंद सोनोवाल जी यहाँ पर हैं. वे अब अपना उद्बोधन देंगे और उसके बाद हम लोग एक ऋषि कुमारों का ये और एक पुरानी विद्या जो खो दी हमने. आज मार्शल आर्ट की बात हम करते हैं, एरियल योगा की बात हम करते हैं, लेकिन हमारे यहाँ पता नहीं एरियल योगा से भी बढ़कर पता नहीं क्या क्या योगा थे, हम भूलते जा रहे हैं. उसका भी एक 3-4 मिनट का यहाँ पर दर्शन कराएंगे हमारे योगेश जी. आइए पहले हम आदरणीय I will invite our Honorable Cabinet Minister, Shri Sarbananda Sonowal ji.
Namaskar. Param Pujya Swami Chidanand Saraswati ji, Pujya Sadhvi Bhagawati Saraswati ji, distinguished international yoga guest, eminent yoga asajas, and ladies and gentlemen. I have a small written speech. मैं written speech पढ़ना चाहता हूँ अगर इजाज़त हो तो, क्योंकि मैं today actually I'm amazed. I'm really highly touched the way this international yoga festival is being organized by the Parmarth Niketan, Rishikesh. So I believe this kind of event which can bring the global society together to the same platform. This is the beauty of yoga. And I believe yoga has that sense of love and affection to every mankind. That's the power of yoga. And we all know love is God. And if we could develop the sense of love to each other, not only the mankind, but also the nature, all the creatures created by God. And I believe, जैसे स्वामी चिदानंद सरस्वती जी ने बताया और पूज्य साध्वी जी ने भी बताया कि योग के जरिए कैसे हम दुनिया को एक कर सकते हैं और सबके दिल में इंसानियत की भावना शक्ति को जगा सकते हैं. I believe this is why the art of yoga is necessary for every mankind to attain the peace and tranquility of life, not only himself or herself, but also for the others. I am delighted to learn that Parmarth Niketan, Rishikesh is hosting the annual week-long international yoga festival from March 8 to 14, 2023, with the support of Incredible India, Ministry of Tourism, and in association with the Ministry of Culture and the Ministry of AYUSH, Government of India. I am delighted to learn that this festival is being organized every year since the last 3 decades, and this is the 30th year of this festival. I am very happy to note that this year participants from more than 90 nations have joined this yoga festival, making it truly global. Yoga is not merely an exercise, it is a way of life to attain physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. The whole world is embracing yoga and transitioning to a more holistic way of life. Yoga has been identified as an effective therapeutic intervention for a variety of common ailments and lifestyle diseases. It seeks to bring harmony and happiness across all levels of our existence, from the body, breath, mind, and spirit, etc. Yoga is a unique soft power of India, and it is our responsibility to spread this science to every corner of the globe. I am confident that under the leadership of Pujya Swami Chidanand Saraswati ji, the International Yoga Festival at Parmarth Niketan will be a memorable experience for all stakeholders. Under leadership of Swami ji and Sadhvi ji, you will not only do yoga but get an unique opportunity to experience yoga in action through the various service projects dedicated to the community's well-being. Parmarth Niketan is not only a yoga school but a life school. People come here to learn how to live healthier, adopting more holistic and balanced life, and imbibe the true essence of yoga. Parmarth Niketan has made Ganga Aarti at Rishikesh world famous. Friends, Ministry of AYUSH is the nodal ministry organizing International Day of Yoga related activities. Yoga program and research since the last 8 years. Our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Muniji is very much enthusiastic about yoga and its far-reaching effect. He is committed to spread the message of yoga not only in our country but across the globe. Moraji Desai National Institute of Yoga is organizing a Yoga Mahotsav as a patronage to the celebrations of International Day of Yoga 2023 on 13th and 14th March 2023 at Talkotra Stadium in New Delhi. I would like to welcome you all for this Yoga Mahotsav. Also, on 7th and 8th April 2023, Ministry of AYUSH is organizing an international conference on yoga at Dibrugarh, Assam to showcase the therapeutic application of yoga. I wish you will all attend that conference as well. Central Council for Research in Yoga and Naturopathy, an autonomous research council under Ministry of AYUSH, has set up the Center for Mind-Body Intervention through Yoga in AIIMS Rishikesh to develop evidence for integrating yoga into healthcare. People of this city can avail the services of yoga department to better manage their health. Yoga improves strength, balance, and flexibility. In promoting yoga among all walks of life, Ministry of AYUSH is taking various steps through its units. However, to reach out to the rural population, ASHA workers are the ideal means in taking the common yoga protocol to the villages. National Institute of Naturopathy, Pune, has trained the ASHA workers at Pune district. I envision that the same model is implemented across the country to reach out till the last citizen of our country is acquainted with common yoga protocol. The celebration of Yoga Day 2023 is gearing up. I am sure you will all take part actively in the various activities related to Yoga Day celebration and make this annual event a memorable one. Friends, I would like to inform you that the application for PM Yoga Awards are being invited through MyGov platform. I request all eligible yoga experts and organizations to apply for this prestigious award. Also, various public participation activities are being planned at MyGov platform in near future. I also appeal to all of you to take yoga to every doorstep and let people enjoy the benefit of yoga to the maximum extent. On behalf of Ministry of AYUSH, I extend my warm welcome and wish good health and happiness to all the delegates on the International Yoga Festival at Parmarth Niketan, Rishikesh. I, from the core of my heart, extend my gratitude and thankfulness to Pujya Swami Chidanand Saraswati ji, and he went to our ministry and he blessed me not only once, many times. This is my, I believe, memorable kind of opportunity to sit close to him, because sitting with him means I'm getting the blessing from his aura of personality, which is pure and divine. And I really honored to pay my deep respect to all of you present here, because this Ma Ganga, we all know, holy river, always been blessing since civilization started. So I believe this is how this particular nation is always extending its kind of support, love and affection to the people of the globe. इसलिए मैं मानता हूँ ये भारत ही महाभारत है। भारत में वो शक्ति है जो दुनिया को रोशनी दे सकता है, दुनिया को दिशा दे सकता है और हर समस्या की समाधान दे सकता है। इसलिए मैं मानता हूँ भारत ही महाभारत है, भारत ही महाभारत है, भारत ही महाभारत है। नमस्कार, जय हिंद।
Another big round of applause for our Honorable AYUSH Minister. जोरदार तालियों से दोबारा से अभिनंदन करेंगे हमारे माननीय Minister of AYUSH. And now we will have our Munji's blessings, and today for many of them the first time they will be performing yoga on the Shankar Bhagwan Ghat. आप सब अपने अपने आसन पे ग्रहण हो जाए, सब ऋषि कुमार स्टेज पे आ जाए और योगा की जो उनकी परफॉर्मेंस है वो तुरंत प्रस्तुत कर दे. सचमुच जब हमारे ऋषि कुमार यहाँ पे शंकर भगवान के घाट पे ऐसे योगिक प्रस्तुति दे रहे हैं गणेश वंदना की, तो हम सबको बहुत गौरव हो रहा है। जोरदार तालियों से हमारे ऋषि कुमारों का। और इन सबको तैयार करने के लिए इन पे विशेष आशीर्वाद रहा है साध्वी आभा सरस्वती जी, पूज्य माता जी का, जो कि यहाँ पे उपस्थित तो नहीं है लेकिन इन बच्चों के माध्यम से यहाँ उपस्थित है। और इन बच्चों को उन्होंने प्रिपेयर किया। और डॉक्टर इंदु शर्मा जी जो सीनियर योगाचार्य हैं परमार्थ निकेतन, वो स्टेज पे आ जाए। सीनियर योगाचार्य हैं, योगिक साइंस में डॉक्टरेट की हैं, योगा जो कोर्सेज यहाँ चलते हैं वो ये देखते हैं। और बच्चों को इतनी खूबसूरती से इन्होंने तैयार किया, डिस्पाइट बच्चों के एग्जामिनेशंस होते हुए भी ये बच्चे तैयार हुए हैं। बहुत ही खूबसूरत प्रस्तुति। जोरदार तालियों से सभी बच्चों का और डॉक्टर इंदु शर्मा जी का जोरदार तालियों से अभिनंदन। और इसके साथ अब हम मलखम्ब की एक बहुत ही प्यारी प्रस्तुति है। And also, these Rishikumars have just done one of the performances here. In the evening at 8 o'clock, we will be meeting on the Yoga Ghat on the left side of this ghat, and we will have the rest of the performances this evening. So this is just the preview. Please join us for the evening cultural performances as well. Now, Malkham. Malkham is a traditional indigenous yogic science and sport. It is one of the traditional versions of what Pujya Swamiji was saying. Now you see aerial yoga, but this was the traditional, authentic, indigenous form of yoga. It combines multiple practices, but beautiful fusion of martial arts, gymnastics, and yoga. It brings an increase in concentration, fitness. It makes the body light. It makes it strong. It allows the participants and the practitioners to gain speed and coordination, and it has multiple benefits. But as you see, these young children are on a pillar that is nearly 16 feet, and it's balanced on water bottles, glass bottles. And without further ado, we will have them do this beautiful presentation, but and after that, we will honor them as well. So, Malcolm. round of applause for all of these young children. हम सबको बहुत गौरव होना चाहिए कि हम भारतीय हैं और हम इस मिट्टी पे जन्म लिए हैं और
आगे आ जाओ बेटा, आगे आ जाओ, आगे आ जाओ.
We are so blessed.
शाबाश, आगे आ जाओ.
And योगेश जी आप भी आगे आ जाइए. योगेश मालविया जी जो he's been awarded the Dronacharya Award in 2020. He has been recognized and has dedicated his life to increasing awareness on this traditional art form, for this traditional Malkham practice. So Yogesh ji बहुत ज़्यादा पूज्य स्वामी जी की तरफ से, पूज्य साध्वी जी की तरफ से, ऑनरेबल हमारे आयुष मंत्री और हम सब की तरफ से बहुत ढेर सारा स्नेह और संतों का आशीर्वाद. सभी जोरदार तालियों से इन सब बच्चों का अभिनंदन करें. Malkham has been featured in Khelo India Games and India's Got Talent amongst many other platforms. But jab United Nations pe Pujya Swami ji and Sadhvi ji led the 3rd annual International Day of Yoga, that is when they saw this Malkham practice in the UN Plaza, and Pujya Swamiji had dedicated that he would do what he could to raise awareness on this traditional yogic science. So thank you so much, Yogesh-ji, and all of our young children, especially the little ones, and all of the performers today. जोरदार तालियां सभी के लिए. और उसी के साथ साथ अब हम आरती करेंगे. आरती के लिए
कर्पूर गौरम करुणावतारम संसार सारम.
बाकी सब लोग ऊपर आ जाएं, केवल कलाकार नीचे रहेंगे वहां पर.
सदा
रिशिकुमारों को भी दे और वहां ऊपर कलाकारों को भी दे.
ओम जय गंगे माता मैया, जय गंगे माता, जो नर तुमको ध्याता, जो नर मैया जी को ध्याता, मनवांछित फल पाता. ओम जय गंगे. जो तेरी शरण पड़े, जो तेरी सोनर तर जाता. ओम जय गंगे माता. पुत्र सगर के तारे सब जग को ज्ञान. तुम्हारे त्रिभुवन सुखदाता. ओम जय गंगे माता. कर परम गति माता। ओम जय गंगे माता। ब्रह्म स्वरूपिणी मैया जो तुमको ध्याता।
मैया जो तुमको ध्याता, तेरी कृपा से सोजन,
तेरी दया से सोजन सदगति है पाता। ओम जय गंगे माता। ब्रह्म स्वरूपिणी मैया जो तुमको ध्याता। मैया
जो तुमको ध्याता, तेरी
दया से सोजन, तेरी कृपा से सोजन सदगति है पाता। ओम जय गंगे माता। आरती मात तुम्हारी जो जन नित्य गाता।
मैया प्रेम सहित गाता,
दास वही है सहज में, भक्त वही है सहज में, मुक्ति को पाता। ओम जय गंगे माता। ओम जय गंगे माता। मैया जय गंगे माता। जो नर तुमको ध्याता, जो नर मैया जी को ध्याता, मनवांछित फल पाता। ओम जय गंगे माता। जय गंगे माता। जय
त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा, त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं, त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति
And with that, just a few presenters we will have time today to honor. And we'll ask them to come up one at a time. But just before we do that, please join us for most. We will ask Pujya Swamiji Maharaj to honor and bless our Honorable AYUSH Minister, respected Sarbananda Sonowal ji with a sacred Rudraksha sapling and a special mala. A very special mala for our Honorable Minister as Pujya Swamiji blesses him on the occasion of the International Yoga Festival and honors him with a special Yoga Samman for his contributions to the field of yoga and AYUSH, a yogi minister for the Ministry of Yoga, and a sacred Rudraksha sapling as a green pledge for all yogacharyas and yoga participants to follow this mission and message of Pujya Swamiji for green yoga dedicated to the earth and to the planet. And now we will ask all of our presenters one by one to come forward and get blessed with the sacred Rudraksha mala. We'll ask Tommy to come forward. And Kia. Tommy is a yoga teacher and addiction recovery expert who has spent the last 25 years immersed in yoga, recovery, and wellness. Kia is devoted scholar and practitioner and teacher of yoga who imparts radiant yoga to all. We will request Dr. Smita Naram to come forward to receive the special blessing in the form of the Rudraksha Mala. Dr. Smita Naram is the co-founder of AYUSH Shakti, one of the most trusted Ayurvedic health centers around the world. We will request Shri H.S. Arunji and his wife also to come forward. H.S. Arunji is internationally recognized yoga teacher from Bangalore who has been teaching yoga for the last 40 years. And he teaches Iyengar Yoga, one of the senior Iyengar Yoga teachers, blessed by Dr. B.K.S. Iyengar himself. And then we'll request Erica Kaufman to come forward. She is the founder of Leela Yoga Studios in Pennsylvania, USA. And it's Erica's birthday today. And we have Pujya Swamiji, Sadhiji, Dr. Reverend Michael Beckwith blessing everyone today. And Anand Mehrotra ji to come forward. Born and raised in Rishikesh, Anand ji has developed Sattva Yoga as a method through which people of all backgrounds, cultures, and experiences can discover and embrace their own true nature. We'll ask Jai Hari Singh ji to come forward. Jai Hari Singh ji has been teaching Kundalini Yoga for almost 40 years. He's been directed by Guru Ram Das Ashram in Mexico City and is the chairman and CEO of Yoga Somato Das Foundation. And Dr. Indu Sharma ji, if she is here, to come forward in the meantime. Yes, Dr. Indu Sharma ji, as I mentioned, senior yogacharya of Parmarth Niketan. Over 20 years of experiences in yoga sciences and dedicated teacher to the yoga students who come to Parmarth Niketan as well as the Parmarth Gurukul Rishikumars. We have Sandeep Desai ji, if he can come forward. He's a master of Tai Chi, Ashtanga, Yoga, and martial arts with several international accolades to his name. He has successfully completed the full-time training under Grandmaster and is the first Indian to be authorized by Chinese Grandmaster Zhu Tin Chai to teach this Tai Chi tradition. Vishambar, if you're around to come forward, Vishambar Seth, an internationally recognized Kirtan. Is Vishambar here? Okay. Okay. And Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith to come forward. And Dr. Raghavanji, as we mentioned, 80 years young and known as the god of medicine in much of South India. Come forward. Coming from a long lineage of unbroken Ayurvedic yoga practitioners. And we'll request Gil Ron to come forward as well. Gil will be performing in a few short days. Gil Ron, a big round.
Gil is a magic. He is going to sing Aarti. He is from Israel with Yemen, Iran and others artists. He is going to sing Aarti in Hebrew language. And it's a great Aarti. Last time we had it, we never forgotten it. So beautiful.
Lastly, I want to make sure also that we have the beautiful opportunity to bless our beloved Parmarth Yogacharya and also a divine Shakti behind this festival and all of the programs here at Parmarth Niketan, our Ganga Nandaniji. Give her a very, very big round of applause.
And I will request Deviki ji, aap bhi aage aa jaiye. Dedicating her life to pranayam and raising awareness on the power and the strength of pranayam. Deviki ji has joined us for the International Yoga Festival. Rohini ji, if you're here, come forward. And Paula Tapia, a returning Yoga Festival presenter, Divine Shakti Yogacharya. And Aringam Chakravarti ji. Not only do we have Yogacharyas, but we have experts in music as well. So Aringam ji, special blessing from, and Yogesh ji, Yogesh Malviya ji, आप आगे आ जाइए. और ये योगेश जी के साथ उनके सारे जो बच्चे हैं पहले वाले सीढ़ी में आगे आ जाएंगे. शाबाश, सारे बच्चे आगे की सीढ़ी में बैठ जाएंगे. And Yogesh ji will get a special blessing for his beautiful dedication to Malkam Yoga. अगर हमारे परमार्थ ऋषि कुमार भी हैं, वो भी आ जाएंगे जो आज प्रस्तुति दिए हैं साथ में इंदु जी के. और एक हमारे परमार्थ गुरुकुल ऋषिकुमार के साथ भी एक ऑनरेबल हमारे आयुष मंत्री जी के साथ पिक्चर हो जाए. सारे बच्चे लोग इधर आ जाइए, इधर आ जाइए. हमारी तरफ हमारी तरफ the evening cultural performance at 8 p.m., which will have more Malkam, which will have the presentation and performances by our Rishikumars and Nrityavali. Akshay Bhai, Bharat Bhai, the whole team of Nrityavali will be performing, especially today. Please join us at 8 p.m. in the Yoga Ghat. Jai Gange, Jai Bharat. Har Har
जहाँ सत्य अहिंसा और धर्म का पग पग लगता